heavens above.
Wow. It's amazing his body language there. It's just so positive. Great shots.
Love game to Bodan ulihrach to stop the rot. But Michael Chang has the early advantage in this third set. 2-1 at 1-set-all.
Quite a second serve there. Hit the slider out wide on the second serve, kind of caught ulihrach by surprise. That's a great point by ulihrach. He just got the serve back, and he got it back deep, and he hit a chip return. And a lot of times in tennis today, that chip return is a great return just to kind of neutralize play and get yourself back in the point. And he went from defense to offense very quickly there. You don't see a lot of players using the chip return anymore, and I think it's more of a shot from the olden days, but I think it's a great return just to kind of get yourself in the point.
Yes, he knows this is not a time to be giving free points away. Oh, and he won the point with it.
Wow. He just kind of did a little, I think that was a dance move right there. He did a little sidestep and just put his racket right behind his back. And, of course, he timed it perfectly. That was a great point. I think he and his coach have been working on that shot a little bit.
Well, at the moment, ulihrach is reminding us of how well he played in the first set, but only in patches. It isn't the constant bombardment from the baseline that Chang was having to cope with in the first set.
That's definitely true, and Chang's making him still work for every point, just like he was at the start of the match, and great compliment to him.
That's ulihrach's fastest serve of the match, 116.
Ulihrach's showing some signs of frustration out there, and he just needs to really kind of hang in there and keep going for his shots and try to stay positive, because Chang's level has just stayed the same, and he's dropped down a little bit, so kind of hope he can regain his form again.
That'll do nicely.
Our coaches always try to stress to us there are a lot of peaks and valleys in matches, and the players who can stay the level and stay level-headed and play all the way through a match are the ones who have better chances of winning.
27 clean winners now from Bohdan Ulihrach. We really are in a beautiful part of the world. Michael Chang leads 3-2 with a break, third set.
Turns so well, and so they're trying to serve a little too big, maybe.
Chang serving from the difficult sunny end. He's really got that one in the groove. Given that Bohdan is so strong on the backhand, do you think now in the deuce court he should almost be offering Chang the serve down the tee?
Yeah, I think that probably is a good play for him. There we saw him playing aggressive point, and back to your point earlier, he should offer him maybe every now and then, but the problem is when you're playing a shorter player like Chang, it's tough to give him that lower part of the net, and that normally is his favorite serve, but we've seen him this week just keep coming back and back with that wide one, so, you know, it couldn't hurt him to change it up a little bit here. And he did exactly what you were saying right there. He leaned out to the forehand a little more and took that serve away from him. And that's what you have to do when a guy's serving well like that. You really have to take it away from him. He stepped in and he didn't go for too much here, and then he just hit a nice solid volley. That was a great form on that volley as well.
Almost sounds of hammering from the stand somewhere. Well, now this is the chance for ulihrach to break back points.
You see it time and time again with the big players, the top 10 players. When they need a big point, they seem to come up with a big serve every single time, and that was a 120 up the tee.
Well, I understand you've lost the pictures. Let me tell you that Michael Chang is serving. We'll keep going radio style just for a second to see if ulihrach can take this break point. He's going to take a forehand cross court. Backhand cross court now from ulihrach.
Light your fire.
I'm glad you're lead.
And we're just acting like these 120-mile-an-hour serves by Chang are no big deal because we've seen him doing it quite a bit. But I tell you, you know, I'm 6'1" and I'm a pretty strong guy, and I'm not hitting too many 120-mile-an-hour serves, and that's a great credit to the fact that he really stays loose on that serve, and he gets a good shoulder turn and just really unleashes on the ball. And for everyone at home, you know, it's a good example to watch him serve and watch how low he gets and explodes into the ball.
Fifth double fault from Ulihrach. Michael spotted something wrong with the racket. I don't know whether it's fraying a string. He's certainly going to change it.
Well, it's pretty interesting when you're playing in Palm Springs here that the weather can change quite a bit, and I know Michael's really been struggling with the string tension a little bit because as the match progresses, sometimes it gets a little cooler, and so he likes to go to different rackets. He probably gets about 5 or 6 different rackets at different tensions, so he can kind of go into his bag and find the right tension for the right heat out there. Ulihrach's got a little negative body language working right now, so hopefully he can stay positive here and try to stay in this game. Otherwise, Chang's going to open up a pretty big lead here.
Yes, because he dropped his serve in the first game of this set, having missed break points in the previous game, and of course he's missed break points here. That got rid of a few frustrations.
He didn't hold back on that overhead at all. He punished that one. A lot of times this is a tough shot because when you're running in like this, and it's tough to judge the ball, so the best plan is just to go ahead and give it as good a whack as you can, and he did that.
Did well there, Ulihrach. He was under pressure at 15-30. Came through, and he's still very much involved in this second set, even though Chang has the lead 4-3 with the break of serve.
Well, as you said earlier, when he goes to that slice backhand, you know it's probably trouble for him, and he hasn't been real successful on that shot. And Chang's doing an excellent job now of stretching him out a little more.
Almost as if he mistimed his jump into that shot, Chang. Ulihrach doing well to get out of the way of the ball, a little space for himself.
That's a good example right there. Chang just picked a spot and he went for it, and a lot of times the player will look up and see that the other guy's going to that spot and maybe pull off the ball and miss a shot, and instead of worrying about the other player, Chang just picks the spot and just really rips it there, and Ulihrach didn't have a play on it.
Michael Chang moves into double figures in terms of aces. He moves to within one game of a 2-1 lead.
Just another 120 mile an hour up the tee. No big deal for Chang.